we have a separate ESG team, and we have a separate corporate affairs team. All of these teams operate independently and work towards the same goal, right? So, procurement and operations team are responsible for executing the sustainability plan, wherein the ESG team is responsible to work with globally accredited agencies to create a traceability of the documents and how the documents have to be presented to the government.
Hello and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, presented by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I'm Sunny Bencholi, and it is my privilege to introduce today's distinguished guest, Mr. Arnab Banerjee. With over 18 years of expertise in procurement, supply chain management, and sustainability, Mr. Banerjee currently serves as the head for packaging procurement at Flipkart. In this role, he is at the forefront of driving innovative solutions, managing multi-crore budgets, and implementing sustainability initiatives that reduce both costs and environmental impact. From pioneering Flipkart's quick commerce venture to creating circular economies in packaging, Mr. Banerjee's professional journey is a testament to his strategic vision and commitment to innovation. In today's discussion, we will explore his experiences, insights, and the evolving role of corporate governance and sustainability in business transformation. Mr. Banerjee, it is an honor to have you with us today, and we look forward to a thought provoking conversation.
Thank you for those kind words. And I'm also looking forward to the conversation. And I thank this opportunity to Directors Institute for giving me an opportunity to be at FaceTime with Leaders. Thank you very much.
Great to hear that, Mr. Banerjee. So, to kick things off, I would like to ask you to reflect on your career journey for a moment. So, if you had to summarize it in a way that captures both the challenges and the milestones, how would you describe your path so far? Perhaps there are a few key moments or experiences that stand out to you as defining and shaping where you are today.
The journey has been a very fascinating journey. There has been many ups and downs in the journey, and I believe if there are no ups and downs, it's difficult to maintain momentum and gain momentum. It's very difficult to do that on a flat track, isn't it? So ups and downs are very important. The ups gives you a lot of boost of confidence. The lows lets you learn and conserve yourself. So I started off as an assistant manager in my first company just out of engineering college, and today I'm working and leading vertical for procurement in Flipkart. So journey has been very fascinating. I believe one of the turning points in my journey was when I decided to quit my job and pursue my full-time MBA from IIM Lucknow. That was a very brave decision on my part, quitting a job while working in one of the India's best engineering companies, uh, being in the career about 7 to 8 years in the profession, and it was quite a brave decision on my part, but it turned out to be one of the game-changing decisions in my career. So during my stay at IIM, I not only got uh, exposure to world-class knowledge, but also I learned a great perspective while being there through peer learning, through interactions with professors, so interactions with alumni network, right? And what that has done is it has helped me transform my thought process altogether. Today, when I work as a leader, I not only am able to create good vision, but I'm also able to look at minute details and chalk out a very meticulous plan on how to execute that particular vision. It's not only about dreaming it; you need to fulfill that dream and execute that plan. And I believe I have learned that while being at IIM, and that has given me a good edge over others. Also, to mention, in my current organization, I'm fortunate that I have been able to work in multiple departments in this particular organization, wherein it has given me a good holistic view of how the business is done, how it's being run. Uh, that gives a good experience. And while if you're working on any of the task, any of the project, you bring in all that experience on table, and it helps you make a decision which is right from all angles. So I would say it has been quite a fascinating journey till now, and looking forward to much more such good experiences in future.
That's such an inspiring journey, Mr. Banerjee. And it's incredible to hear how those defining moments shaped your path. So, Mr. Banerjee, as the head of packaging procurement at Flipkart, you reduced packaging spend by Indian rupees 200 crore and played a significant part in leading sustainability efforts. So, how did you manage to execute such large scale changes? And what challenges did you face in terms of aligning multiple stakeholders and systems?
Yes, it's quite a notable achievement, and it required a lot of effort from multiple teams uh, to execute this particular thing. So let's do one thing. Let's break this into two parts. One is a spend reduction of about 200 crore, and one is sustainability part. So allow me to speak about the spend reduction part first. So for the spend reduction, the alignment was required majorly with two stakeholders. One is internal, one is external. So getting a buy-in from the internal stakeholders was relatively easy because it's a spend reduction, which is good for the organization. So getting a buy-in was not that difficult, and the people were on board, right? But it was an uphill task to get the people on board, which are the external stakeholders, my suppliers, right? Spend reduction will ultimately mean that there is a reduction of the top line for my suppliers if not handled properly. So why would they come on board? Why would they want to partner with me for executing initiatives which will help in spend reduction, right? So we had to do a lot of meticulous planning. A lot of discussions went into it. You name the technique, and it was put on the table. Be it negotiation, be it data crunching, data analysis, along with the suppliers. I even sat with many of my suppliers to create their joint annual business plan with Flipkart. That what does the forecast look like? How does your 3 year plan look like from here on? And we had to convince them that spend reduction does not necessarily mean that you're going to lose business. We are trying to bring in more efficiency in the system, right? So we had all those discussions. We had multiple rounds of negotiations with people to get them on board and create a win-win situation for both the suppliers and us. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get them on board. Whenever we talk about spend reduction, the supplier will they will switch off other if there is no proper incentive for them, right? So that is one part how we handle the external stakeholders and got them on board. We created a win-win situation for them. We created an annual business plan for them. We created a forecasted business plan for them, and that was quite helpful to them. Simultaneously, what we did is with our internal stakeholders, we created a very layered approach for this execution. What the layered approach helped us is doing minor course corrections whenever required. Had this been a plan wherein we go all in with the execution, we might have landed in some trouble with the execution at time of sale seasons or peak seasons. Hence, we created a very layered approach, very cautious approach that to reduce any kind of impact on our supply chain. Now let's come to the sustainability part. So for the sustainability part, it was very important for me personally to create a plan which not only promotes sustainability, but at the same time saves a lot of cost, right? In my opinion, any sustainability initiative done right will save you cost. If it is not saving cost, then it is not done right. As simple as that, right? So we had called all our partners. We told them the vision. We told them the problem statement. We asked for their ideas. We listened to them. We were very patient in listening to all the ideas that poured in from our suppliers, and that helped us shape a plan. Today, I'm very proud to say that circular economy is one such initiative, sustainability initiative in Flipkart, wherein we have got our partners on board, and they are brimming with happiness after executing this for about 18-24 months. uh, they started off with a lot of resistance, but today they're happy to say that Flipkart has helped them create a new USP to go and tell to other clients that they are able to do this, and this is a new potential that has been unlocked uh, in their business.
Impressive, truly impressive, Mr. Banerjee, how you manage such large scale change while balancing cost and sustainability both. It's clear that your leadership played a key role in driving this transformation. All right. So moving ahead, Mr. Banerjee, procurement and supply chain management are at the heart of any company's operations. And over the years, we have likely seen firsthand the hurdles that many organizations face. So, from your experience, What do you think are the three most common mistakes companies often make in procurement? And how do you believe they can turn those challenges into opportunities for long term success?
So part of, I would say, what I have observed in many procurement teams in most of the organizations, the biggest mistake that they make is they start working in silos. They don't interact as much with business team as they are supposed to or required to. You take any organization and say a procurement team, for example, if I'm working in packaging procurement team, my business team, their manpower strength. So my manpower strength will always be less than 10% of the business team's manpower strength, right? So if I don't interact with them, don't understand the proper business with them, if I don't understand the problem statements, then how am I going to do the things right in the first time? So it's always imperative for procurement professionals to, interact with business team as much as possible. It's not on need basis. It cannot be on just need basis that whenever there is a project, I'll go and interact. That will not help. You have to have regular conversation with business team to get a very deep understanding of the business, deep understanding of the pain points of the business, and then come up with a solution which really helps the business, which is a fit for solution for the business. So, and at the same time, if you see, when you interact with business regularly, it lends more hands on the table to get the job done quickly and right the first time. Secondly, I believe there are many procurement teams which start getting an attitude where they start working or behaving as a very bossy customer to the suppliers, right? They start throwing their weight around to the suppliers. They don't care about the ecosystem, where the supply ecosystem is able to thrive, survive, and grow. So that kind of an attitude may work sometimes, but in the long run, definitely those teams are going to lose out on reliable and long-term partners, because then everybody becomes opportunistic in that particular relationship, and given the first opportunity to exit, they will exit that particular relationship. And I would say, last but not the least, while all procurement professionals are engaged in their day-to-day tasks, they forget to upskill themselves. So upskilling oneself while being in a procurement team is very, very important. The reason being, procurement is a gateway to the outside world's information for the organization. I, as a procurement professional, I am responsible to gather outside world information, process that, and make that into a very meaningful summary and provide it to my organization to act upon. If I am not skilled enough and I am not abreast with the concepts and trends in the market, then I cannot become an able gateway for the organization. For me to become an able gateway for the organization, I need to keep my skills at the top level. I need to be abreast with the market trends, and upskilling, and that's why I believe upskilling is very, very important, which is one thing why which many procurement teams miss out on.
Absolutely, absolutely, Mr. Banerjee, and very rightly said. Okay, so Mr. Banerjee, you have also had the opportunity to collaborate with vendors from around the world throughout your career. So, given that it's not always easy to juggle relationships with multiple global partners, what would you say is the key to building and sustaining strong long-term vendor relationship? And what lessons have you learned from your own experiences that could help others facing similar challenges?
Um, these are the three things, not one. Uh, Mutual respect, equitability, and empathy. If you are able to practice these three things while working with a vendor partner or supplier, the relationship will go a very long way. Doesn't matter at in which corner of the globe you are sitting and which corner of the globe they are sitting on. If you are able to practice mutual respect, empathy, and equitability, you will definitely be able to create and forge relationships which are long term. It's very important for me to understand that because of my supply partner, I am able to run my business. Without them, I will not be able to run my business. So it's very important for me to create that mutual respect feeling with the supplier, treat them with dignity, and make them an equal shareholder in whatever we are doing, in whatever our vision are, whatever our mission are. What is my problem statement? Why would I not make them an equal partner in solving that? So that these things are, I would say, if somebody starts practicing these few principles, more often than not, they will land up in creating better relationship with the suppliers. For instance, in my current organization, our festive season sale incidentally coincides with the festive season of the country, and that is the time where there is maximum turmoil in the raw material prices in the market. I'm proud to say and touch wood that till date we have not faced any supply challenge from any of the supplier citing cost challenge in the market. Our suppliers are equally invested and are equally proud of our festive season sale as are we. They stand by us no matter what, and we are very proud to work with all our supply partners in our ecosystem today.
Amazing, amazing, Mr. Banerjee. And it's fascinating how those strategies really seem to make a real difference, especially with global vendors. It sounds like building trust and consistency is the key. So, moving ahead, Mr. Banerjee, as you reflect on your career and the significant accomplishments you have achieved in procurement, sustainability, and leadership, what are some of the key aspirations you have for the future? How do you envision your continued growth, both in your current role and potentially in boardroom positions?
Well, if you talk about the inspirations, I do aspire to be working at a CXO level in an organization someday down the line. It may be as a CPO or a CEO, depends on the position and the organization. But I would definitely want to work in that position. And it's not a desire just for the position. It's more from a perspective that, when I'm working in such a responsible position, given the wide spectrum of uh, responsibilities that I discharge, will touch a lot of people's lives that matter, and I'll be able to impact those lives in a very positive manner, right? So, and it's a very simple rule of the pyramid where while you grow to the top of the funnel, you're able to impact more. So, I would rather aspire to be in a position wherein I'm able to impact a lot of people's lives in a very positive manner. Coming to boardrooms, I would say while I walk in a boardroom, I'm walking in with an experience which has been forged uh, through working in various organizations, working with multiple teams, and working in varying circumstances over the years. So this kind of rich experience, galvanized with appropriate knowledge of sustainability and corporate governance, I believe I would be in a very good position to make right decisions at the right time, and I'll be able to shape the right course for that respective organizations and the lives of the people that that organization touches upon.
Absolutely, Mr. Banerjee. It's inspiring to hear about your aspirations. Your focus on long term growth and leadership in the boardroom is a powerful reminder of the broader impact that leaders like yourself can have on business transformation and sustainability. So, since we are talking about sustainability, Mr. Banerjee, it's becoming a priority nowadays. So, there is a growing concern around greenwashing also, where companies make environmental claims, big claims that aren't truly backed up. So, how do you ensure that the sustainability practice you implement are authentic and not just for the show? What steps do you take to make sure that your organization's commitment to ESG is real and impactful?
This is a very important question and very important to address the greenwashing part also, right? So, I would say in my current organization, we have created an org structure which helps keep ourselves honest at all times. Uh, for example, we have procurement and operations team. For any sustainability initiative, we have procurement and operations team, we have a separate ESG team, and we have a separate corporate affairs team. All of these teams operate independently and work towards the same goal, right? So, procurement and operations team are responsible for executing the sustainability plan, wherein the ESG team is responsible to work with globally accredited agencies to create a traceability of the documents and how the documents have to present it to the government. They take care of that particular piece. And corporate affairs team works with different government agencies to keep them abreast with our updates, make them aware what our organization is doing in sustainability, be aware of the different initiatives that the government is also taking on their behalf, what might come in future, relay it back to us so that we are well prepared ahead of time. All of these teams work independently and they have their own objectives to achieve. Although, if you see all those objectives ultimately marry on the same level of the same sustainability goal, right? So it's important for us to have independent teams working on sustainability goals so that we don't have conflict of interest and everybody is able to give their best in that in the interest of the organization. In our current organization, any sustainability initiative is published internally only when it is 100% validated by the government agencies. So we submit all our records, documents on a regular basis to the respective government agencies. They validate our records and they get back to us saying that yes, this has been done properly. And that's when it is claimed as to be done. Today we have 100% traceability of any document that we need to have for any of our sustainability initiatives. So um, definitely greenwashing is something which is going around in many companies, uh, but I can assure the audience and to everybody that what we do here in our organization at Flipkart is 100% authentic, and we are one of the most efficient organizations in terms of stability at this scale of operation today.
Amazing, amazing to know that, Mr. Banerjee. And it's clear that for sustainability to be meaningful, it's about more than just the buzzwords.
Absolutely.
Great. So that brings us to the last question of the podcast. And let me ask you the question. You have had an impressive career leading procurement and sustainability efforts, Mr. Banerjee. And now, as someone who has recently joined Directors Institute, how do you see this step contributing to your professional growth?
How should I put it? I would say this will become yet another transformative thing in my career. I believe in one thing, right? That you take care of the relationship and the relationship takes care of you. So, being a part of Directors Institute and with the alumnus that they have, I will be exposed to a lot of individuals who have immense experience in multiple fields and they are running good organizations, good corporate governance initiatives, good sustainability initiatives. So, an exposure of mine to those individuals will help me upskill myself, will be a continuous learning for me. And I believe uh, this has come at a good time in my career to not only grow professionally, but at the same time learn and then upskill myself through different exposures of peer learning and theoretical learning also.
Great to hear that. And it's exciting to hear how your journey with the Directors Institute aligns with your aspirations, Mr. Banerjee. So let me tell you, Mr. Banerjee, it's been an absolute privilege having you on FaceTime with Leaders. Your insights on procurement, sustainability, and leadership have been both thought provoking and inspiring. It's clear that the future of business lies in authentic, impactful change, and your commitment to innovation and sustainability is a powerful example for all of us. So, thank you for sharing your experiences and wisdom with us today. And I'm sure our viewers will walk away with valuable takeaways that will help shape the future of corporate governance and sustainability in their own organizations.
Thank you, Sunny. It was very nice to have this discussion, and thanks for the opportunity to be on FaceTime with leaders. Uh, I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Mr. Banerjee, on behalf of Directors Institute, World Council of Directors, we wish you continued success in your journey. Thank you once again, and we look forward to following your future endeavors. To all the viewers, until next time, stay inspired and keep leading with purpose. Thank you for joining in and have a nice time.